Alrighty, guys. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about company communication, how we communicate within the company, and kind of just some etiquette things. First of all, is who do you contact if you need something? Well, usually first go to your manager. If your manager cannot help you, well, then you can go to their manager and kind of work your way up the chain. But generally go to your manager, and if they can't figure it out, they will either refer you to someone else or they'll take care of it. Other thing is, how do you contact them? Well, here's some etiquette things. First of all, if it's a response that you don't need an answer right this minute, but you'd like to get an answer within the next 24 hours, email. This also goes for owners and for other people. If it's something that is, it's not urgent really, but you still need to get it out, you can just send an email. If it is something that is some kind of a quick question, okay, let's say that you just need to know like how many bedrooms are in this house, or does this stove have is it a gas stove or is it an electric stove? And you were going to ask an owner or a caretaker that question. I actually would suggest doing it by text. A lot of people text now. So do not feel like that is unprofessional in any way. Also, even within the company, if you have a question for your manager, text them real quick. Ask them. Quick little texts are things that are good, but they should only be for quick questions. If they're a little bit more complex and it's going to take some explanation and some back and forth, then a phone call is probably better. And then I'll talk about Skype here in a second. I want to say one other thing about email. If you email someone, first of all, let's just keep in mind, if you're going to CC someone, that means you just want them to be aware of it, okay? If you're actually writing it to someone, that means that person needs to take action. You should explain to them what action you expect for them to take on that email, okay? Also, if someone sends an email to you and CCs someone else on that email, when you reply, you should reply to all. You should reply to everyone on that email because it's meant to be a group conversation, okay? So that's just a little bit of email etiquette. The other thing is Skype. Let's talk for a minute about Skype. So one of the cool things about Skype is that you can actually share screens. So let's say you're a manager and you want to talk with someone, you want to show them how to do something. Well, if you open up your Skype and I call someone, it won't show it right now. I have to actually make a phone call here. But if I were to actually call someone, there is a button. Let me call someone, just kind of a test call here. So I'm going to call this person. And then you'll notice here at the bottom there's this little plus sign. And then it has this little share screen button. This is how you share screens with people on Skype. Okay? So that is how you do that. The other thing is, if I go to my contacts list, I actually can set what are called lists. So if you open up someone's contact by clicking on their picture, you can then click on where you click add to lists, and then you can create a list of people for like Lavish Getaways, and that will have all your Lavish Getaways contacts there. So if I go to Lavish Getaways and I click on it, I can immediately see the list of everyone in Lavish Getaways and all of their contacts. Also, when you first start off, you won't have everyone's contacts, and if you don't worry about it. Just ask management to send you all the contacts, and what they can do is they'll click all the contacts in their list, then they'll right click, and then they can send those contacts to your Skype address. The way they will show up, they will actually show up as a chat, kind of like this, and it will show all of them up here, and then you just click on each one of these people and you add them as a friend on Skype. So that is how you can kind of get everyone's Skype information into here. Also, Skype is really good for both quick questions. You can if you find someone's online and you have a quick question, you can just chat with someone that's online, or you can share screens with, call someone on Skype, share your screens between each other, and go over the, whatever the issue is. So anyway, that is the communication guidelines for and kind of the tools that we have to communicate. All right.